Hello everyone, here's the video version of the letter that I sent out late last week. I'm aware that many of you prefer the videos because we're equally aware that many of our community find it difficult to read long letters, and that was a long letter. And everyone can watch or even just listen to the news on the videos, so I hope you find this useful. I've been updating you in the last couple of weeks and the news updates that we have been giving out that the inspectors have been coming along to Oban High School to do what they call a thematic inspection on our curriculum design. Basically, they were evaluating all that we had to offer the pupils to help the pupils progress through school and into life and into work and university and college after that. As this video is maybe a wee bit long for some, I'm going to flip my thanks that I did in the letter to make sure that I do the thanks first. Now, the contribution of the pupils, the staff, the parents that were involved in the inspection process was greatly appreciated. We had former pupils taking time away from their work or university. We had parents, local employers, national organisation staff and colleagues from other educational establishments all giving up their time to come along and speak to the HMI. Staff from across the departments also had many extra hours of hard work as they completed the necessary profiles, reports, evidence that was required by the inspectors. And so, my thanks to you all. But I'd also like to thank every member of our school community who took the time, or who indeed takes the time, to support our school. There are hundreds of you who deserve equal praise for all the work that you do for us. You demonstrate a regular commitment that ensures the progress and our success that was exemplified in the feedback I'm about to share is so evident. Those interviewed, they noted their pride in our school, pride in our children, pride in our staff, and all those that support us. And it's a pride I share. One line of feedback that we received illustrates more than anything else an area of success I'm most proud of myself. It focuses on our values of compassion, ambition, resilience and respect. And that sentence was, "The ethos and values are the golden thread that runs through everything in the school." Now that's quite an achievement that we've all managed together, I'm sure you'll agree. So now, on to the process of evaluating the findings of our visitors. Dozens of pupils shared their learning journeys and their experiences at school. Managers, teachers, support staff, they all provided verbal and written evidence. Parents shared their experiences as both parents and as partners of the school. And a wealth of partners from more than a dozen businesses and organisations detailed to the inspectors how our school and our local and national partners work together. So what did they learn from all this evaluation? Well, they noted that the following areas were key strengths of our school. They thought that our curriculum rationale is core to the curriculum design. That's our rationale reflects the school vision and values. That it's holistic, universal, it provides for all learners. They also thought it's constructed in partnership with the community and it takes account of both local context and also national market forces. And it ensures that there's appropriate national guidance that's being followed. Leadership was the next key feature they took us through. They were particularly impressed by pupil leadership and they agreed with us that our youngsters significantly contributed to this area of success. Leadership's not just how I run the school, it's how everyone plays their part in leading the school. The youngsters interviewed in the classes and in the focus groups, they consistently and they persistently impressed the HMI. The inspector said that in all curricular aspects that our pupils take their role seriously. They model to younger pupils and that they demonstrate repeatedly the school vision and values, particularly compassion, empathy, inclusion and respect. A community focus was also highly evident, the third strong feature they mentioned. They said there's a tremendous sustained ongoing level of support and effort and hard work impacting on the whole curriculum. And they said that this quality was not seen in isolation, it was a maintained focus on the current environment and on future aspirations and future needs that we've got an eye on. Equally, they said it respects our heritage and culture. Former pupils particularly recognised the wide diversity of opportunities that they had, and they had an immense sense of pride in the school. It was a view shared by all the community partners and the parents interviewed. It's much easier to see how the school really shaped our lives when we've left and looked back. I'm sure most of us would have formed that view ourselves as we got older. Determination by the school leadership and embraced by the community was believed to be inventive and creative, and obviously I appreciated that piece of recognition. There was a determination to recognise and foster personalised skills and talents and to break down barriers to promote equity. This determination, they said, to provide a unique learner pathway, including appropriate levels of support for every learner, has been very successful. The Pathways programme that I established way back in 2009, that's been a key strategy to develop the wider curriculum. Now, the purpose of Pathways, if you don't know, is to ensure that pupils' vocational and social experiences complement and enhance the SQA subjects that we offer. Following many developmental years, this programme is now firmly and successfully embedded in the curriculum. It served the individual needs and aspirations of hundreds of pupils over the years, and it's a key area of the curriculum. They thought it strong, individualised and flexible. The schools of traditional music, rugby, dance and shinty, they all serve that purpose equally well as well. It's worth noting that it is experiences such as these that are the focus for employers when interviewing our former pupils. The qualifications are the first key to get an interview. Unique and useful experiences discussed in the interview thereafter are more often than not the second key that's required to get the job. So, a strong, clear curriculum rationale based on our vision and values, the whole community buying into our vision and values and being equally as determined as I and my team to ensure that every single pupil learner journey is catered for and catered for across a broad spectrum of learning pathways like the Pathways programme, all driven by leadership at all levels, whether it's me, the deputies, the PTs, the staff and particularly the young leaders. That's the summary. It's a great summary, I'm sure you'll agree. Now, of course, in every inspection, you don't just get the recognition of the good stuff, you also get a helpful list of areas to consider in improving. And the inspectors recommended that we take forward 3 areas. They said skills awareness is well developed. They said pupils and staff clearly are able to talk about the skills that they're learning. They're able to talk about the context that these skills have in their learning and how that helps their futures. However, we have moved from one skills framework, which used to be called a DIDBook. We used that pre-pandemic, but we used that in the primaries and the high school, and we changed that over to a new skills framework just as the pandemic was ending. Well, they thought that that's less well developed because obviously it's new, and so we need to bed that in more. Now, the second area that they asked us to consider looking at was around learning and teaching. And learning and teaching in learning environments is the key, and it should focus ideally on the 7 design principles. Now, that's jargon. I know that's jargon, and sorry, I can't help that. But within these 7 design principles, there's a couple they want us to look at. One is around the area of what's called challenge and enjoyment, and the other was personalisation and choice, 2 of the design principles. A targeted approach to ensuring that every young person is provided challenge and enjoyment will ensure further rises in attainment and achievement. And a classroom focus on personalisation and choice will also ensure that the strategic success in this area is mirrored in the classrooms. And then the third bit, the broad general education, BGE, S1 to 3 classes. Planning should include further leadership and moderation at departmental level by using the expertise of the principal teachers as the strategic drivers. It was recognised that different faculties are at different stages in their development across the BGE, and the PTs will work together to make sure that everybody progresses on at a departmental level. I'm sure that we will successfully take that forward over the coming months and the coming years. So that's the view of the HMI. Let me conclude with that sentence that so resonated passionately with so many of us, the one I mentioned earlier. The ethos and the values are the golden thread that runs through everything in the school. Fantastic achievement. Thanks to us all. Thank you very much.